Fight fans, what is the deal? What's going on? What's going down? I'm here. I'm late, but I'm in this bitch. It's the homie, main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, as always, it is an honor and a pleasure. I repeat, an honor and a pleasure to be up on here with all of the boxing fam and the boxing fans. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now. Yes, sir. Y'all, man, I'm late tonight, man. I apologize out there, fight fans, man. Try to get here as fast as I could, man. DC traffic is a biatch. You know what I'm talking about? Man, not to mention, man, this time of year is just so hectic, man. The holidays, the shopping, the shoppers, everybody looking for the best deal, everything like that, man. So I apologize for coming up on here late tonight, but I tried to get here as fast as I could, man. It is now about 11 o'clock on the East Coast, man. So we might well say we turning this into a late night live stream. You know what I mean? It is what it is, though. I'll be right in front of y'all in a second. Matter of fact, let's just do this now, shall we? Let's get in front of y'all right now, man. It is an honor and a pleasure, fight fans. So everybody that catches this live, everybody that catches this on the playback, salute to you, salute to you, salute to you. I got D-Lo 404 boxing in the building. I got Breeze boxing in the building. And the one, the only, my brother, Monty Brown TV is in the building. I got my brother, Orlando Finney, in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Omega Red in the building. Salute to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that catches this live and on the playback, salute. We going in tonight. You know what I'm talking about? I got Dimitri Cohen in the building. What's up, homie? What's goody with you, man? We got a lot to talk about, fight fans. We got a lot to talk about, and we gonna get right into it. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. I heard about them Wilder pay-per-view numbers. What you got to say? Holla at me, though. Holla at me. Yo, wasn't it just about 24 hours ago, about 24 hours, that people were saying 2,500? Then it went to 138. Now I'm hearing anywhere between 275 and 300. Which number is it, fight fans? I got Chin Smoke in the building. What's up, homie? Which one is it? Which one is it? I mean, it's like the numbers just keep increasing every time I check it. Who is right and who's wrong? I wish somebody would just keep it 100 with the boy and say, look, man, we don't know. We guessing, man. We have no fucking idea. That would be a very, very respectable answer. It can be up to this. It can be up to that. Don't do what Rick Glacier did and just try to stir the numbers in your favor. Don't try to say, oh, we're just going to add these numbers, but not add those numbers. I told y'all earlier what Rick Glacier did. Rick Glacier added the cable and satellite numbers, allegedly, and left out the streaming numbers. Why? What kind of sabotage bullshit is that? I got Dundada in the building. Salute to my homie. Dundada, what's up, homie? What's going on? We talking boxing, man. Main man, made man, salute, fam. Salute to you, Dundada. Salute to you. So, I mean, you know, it's amazing the lengths and distances that people will go to try to discredit Deontay Wilder, man. I mean, this is sad. It is sad that somebody who's a nobody wants to get in front of the argument and put out bogus numbers. He is a bogus individual, and I'm talking about, you named it, you guessed it, Rick Glacier. Bogus, bro. You come out with your bogus numbers because this anti-Wilder crowd is so deep out here. Kill that noise, man. So we know what it is. We see the number trending upwards every time we check. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. Now, if Deontay Wilder can do this with a person that don't even speak English, what the hell you think he gonna do when you give him a proper dance partner? We talking a pay-per-view star here, fight fans. Cut the jokes. You know what I'm talking about? My man Monty Brown says, I believe they might come up to 300,000 myself. I see that, fam. I see that all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Dimitri Cohen say, pulling numbers out of his ass, Slim. You know what I'm talking about? Like a fortune cookie, homie. You know what I'm talking about? I got Lala D in the building. Salute, Queen. Salute to you. Good evening to you, Queen. Good evening to you. Pulling numbers out of his ass, man, like a fortune cookie, fam. and don't know what he talking about. Just want to get out there and look for some relevancy. You know what I'm saying? And it's disgusting. And all of you 138 people who ran with that headline ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. But we got a lot to talk about. So this particular episode of We Talking Boxing, we're going to focus strictly on this Ruiz and Joshua fight because it's such a monumental fight. Now, let's just deal with some of the on the surface issues if we can real quick. The 85 million. I don't see no proof of this 85 million. I hear Anthony Joshua saying he's going to get 30% of that. I'm guessing he's saying once he does his taxes and pays off everybody, pays off Eddie Hearn, pays off whoever else has got a hand in his pocket, then he may walk away with 30% of that. That's what I think he's saying. I don't think he's saying that he'll get paid 30% of that and then got to be taxed and still divvy out money. I think what he's saying is after it's all said and done, he will walk away with 30% of that. So everybody, you know, y'all out here running with these numbers, man, and nobody don't know nothing. Nobody don't know nothing. Oh, Anthony Joshua making 85 million. No, the hell he not. No, the hell he not. I mean, Eddie is allegedly getting 100 million for this site fee. You think he gonna just give AJ 85 million? Seriously? I know AJ got guarantees, and his guarantee is pretty high. I think it's close to 40 million. But at the end of the day, that ain't 85 million. I don't see it, homie, but maybe I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Pay-per-view money is just a mysterious type money, and we don't know what the hell they getting, fight fans. But let's get to this fight. Big fight this weekend. Big fight this weekend, fight fans. We got Joshua versus Ruiz 2 going down this weekend, man. There is heavy implications for this fight, fight fans. Hear me. Anthony Joshua, as per recent research, we see that he is the absolute last remaining pay-per-view star in the UK. Dillian White was right behind him until he got knocked down to undercards. You know what I'm saying? Look at Dillian White. Poor Dillian. Dillian went from the main event to literally being the second fight of the night. And when the seats ain't even filled, no one's even in the first 3 rows at that point. Dillian White is now in the second fight of the night. He is fighting Wak on the second fight of the card. No one gets there by the second fight, fight fans. No one important. The crowd usually gets there by the co-main. But Dillian White, you didn't even get busted down to a co-main, homie. They busted your ass down to the second fight of the night. What is that going down? That's going in America, literally in America, that's going to be happening on the East Coast about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This thing is going to kick off on the East Coast, fight fans, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is why DAZN was totally against this site, this Saudi Arabia location, because DAZN wants us. They want to try to grab the American subscriber, but you can't grab the American subscriber putting fights on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. See, this is one thing that everybody always talked about with Eddie Hearn. Eddie did his own thing with this. He took the wishes of Sky. Sky's going to, they selling pay-per-views no matter what. So Sky's cool. And on top of that, they rose the price of their pay-per-view for this particular fight. So Sky's cool. But DAZN got left in the cold. Trust and believe. Eddie taking this fight to Saudi Arabia was the worst thing that he could have done for DAZN, because DAZN now sees nothing out of this fight. People, remember something. Anthony Joshua is not a DAZN fighter. He is a bidded fighter. He's more of a Sky Sports fighter, Matchroom fighter, but he is not a DAZN fighter. So this fight going in Saudi Arabia, they want to capitalize off AJ, of course. But how can they capitalize? With the way they need to capitalize off AJ is through subscriptions. And clearly, they ain't going to get much subscriptions from this situation. At least definitely not for the long term. Definitely not those $100 subscriptions. Hell nah. You feel me? So how DAZN feeling about Eddie right now, giving this big monumental rematch and taking this shit over to Saudi Arabia? How you think they really feeling right now? I mean, this is the biggest as it gets for DAZN. And then you telling us that we're not even going to be able to put this in front of the Americans at a decent time when they like to watch boxing? Trust me, DAZN wanted this fight either here in America or in the UK. One or the other. And they got neither. So that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got Rocket Strikes 89 in the building. What's up with your lover? What's goody, man? What's goody with you, homie? Salute. Yes, sir. Dimitri Cohen say, smash that like button. Slim working. Let's go. Hit the like button for the fam. Bro, it's like 11 o'clock at night. I'm up here putting this content out. Help your boy out. Thumbs up for the homie if you just coming in. You know what I'm talking about? So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is, though. But I'm sure DAZN is pissed off about this whole thing. So let's talk about some of the points of what's going on with this fight. First thing that comes to mind, AJ's weight loss. Now, AJ's weight loss. Let's talk about this. The last time we seen AJ this slim was when he fought Joseph Parker. You know what I mean? When he fought Joseph Parker, I think he lost about 12 pounds or so for that fight. Came in much slimmer. That was one of the worst performances that Anthony Joshua put on. Facts. Go back and watch that fight. That was the fight where he was really getting heavily criticized for his robotic-like movement. The fight prior to that. And so he came in the very next fight way slim, like he is doing in this fight. The power wasn't there, fight fans. So the question that I asked you, by Anthony Joshua slimming down like this, is the power still going to be there? You hear me, though? And he needs power against Andy Ruiz. Because clearly a lot of people believe that Andy Ruiz took AJ's best punch in that first fight. And he got back up. So a slimmer AJ, what would his best punch be more like? We're going to talk more about this weight thing, man. This weight thing is big. It really concerns me. Because if you go back to that Joseph Parker fight fans, for everybody out there who looking to do homework on this fight, go and look at AJ versus Joseph Parker. It is the only fight that you will find where AJ was this slim. And look at the performance that he gave. I'm telling you, man. Though we want AJ to be more fluid and less robotic and less bulky and all that stuff, the question is he a different guy when he does slim down? That's not good. That's not good. Word on the curb is that they're using the same ref as Alexander Povetkin versus Vladimir Klitschko. Same guy. And this particular ref allowed the holding to go crazy. We know Klitschko, 1-2 hold, 1-2 hold. Well, this ref allowed it. And this is the same ref in this. So this has fight fans believing that this ref is going to come in there and allow Anthony Joshua to hold Ruiz without interfering. And then as soon as Ruiz start doing this thing, they're going to break him up. I don't know. Take in mind, this particular ref has never refereed an Anthony Joshua fight. The deal that was agreed upon for these fighters when they went into this fight, the ref would be neutral and the judges will be neutral. For this fight, we got two American judges. I mean, we got one American judge, one UK judge, and one judge from Canada. So that's supposed to be the unbiased side of the judging. So I actually think that's kind of good. The American judge, he's from Connecticut. So I don't know. It's actually kind of good, man. And he got a reputable name. I forget his name, but he's a reputable dude, man. Now, Anthony Joshua brings on a new coach, a gentleman by the name of Angel Hernandez. From what I hear from Dillian White, it's two new coaches. But I know Mr. Angel Hernandez because we've seen him working on the pads with Anthony Joshua. Did Anthony Joshua overdo it? Changing of trainer, slimming down in weight. Is this good or bad, fight fans? Riddle me that. Because I always thought from the first fight, in those first 3 rounds, that Anthony Joshua was in control of the fight. That Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, was inching closer and closer with that right hand to really get ready to lay that right hand. He was poking that jab. He was using that jab, keeping his distance, standing on the back foot, keeping Andy at distance, putting a full jab on him, but he just rushed it too fast. So some believe that if the punch from the gods had never happened, would Anthony Joshua continue to cruise through that fight? And if that is the case, if you believe so, then why the hell is he over preparing? Why is he slimming down? Why is he hiring new coaches? What is he thinking about? Y'all see the dude. The dude don't look like he has sleeping days. Is he overthinking, overanalyzing, over-preparing? I mean, new coach, new physique, and listening to him, possibly even a new game plan. But we're going to get to that. Why is all of this stuff? Why? If according to Anthony Joshua, he feels as though, and he knows that he can beat Andy Ruiz. He knows. He says, no, I already know I can beat this guy. That's the reason he's not hesitant to take a rematch. He knows he can beat this guy. Then why are you overdoing it, bro? If you think and know that you can beat this man, and you think in the only reason that you lost that first fight is because of the punch from the gods. If that is the case, then why are you hiring coaches and slimming down and coming in here looking like way slimmer than we've ever seen you? Why are you doing that, bro? If you thought that you got this guy and you could handle this guy, you just was a little too impatient. If that was the case, why the fuck are you over preparing? I didn't want him to do that. I didn't want him to do it. I thought he should have just came. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. But I'm just wondering. Another question going into this fight. Andy's hunger. There was talk at once upon a time that Andy got that bag from the first fight. He got them belts and he went partying. He bought mama a house. He bought his kids. He put a house for his kids. He's been buying all kind of cars. He's been doing it all. You be seeing him with his chains. You see him blinging. When they did the gloves are off, you see my man got jewelry all on him. He looking good. He's shining good. He looking like a star. But there's people out here saying that Andy might have lost his hunger. How do we feel about that, fight fans? Andy will need every bit of hunger going into this rematch. Trust and believe. The thing is with Andy is that the cool thing is I don't see much pressure on him. I don't see him panicking and looking like he's, overthinking like AJ is. The cool thing, Andy needs to realize what he's really up against here. And I don't know if he really full-fledged grasped this. The UK, Eddie Hearn, the whole UK boxing scene, you even heard recently Dillian White speaking on this. They don't want AJ to lose. AJ losing has much more importance than y'all know. AJ is the last remaining pay-per-view attraction in the UK on the boxing scene. He is the very, very last one. Tyson Fury is over here now. So there is no one left. If AJ falls, I'm going to say this one more again. If AJ falls, fight fans, there's a possibility that the pay-per-view market falls right with him. That's a big deal. And Andy needs to understand, I'm not just fighting a fighter. I'm fighting the entire pay-per-view market of the UK. And they can't afford to lose that dude. They can't afford to have that dude lose. Because if he does, well, Sky Sports, where you going to get your money from? Where you going to get it from? You better do what Frank Warren did and try to come on over here to America. But where you going to get it from, Sky Sports, if he loses? And Andy needs to understand he is up against a whole entire market that want to see him lose. Facts. That's big shit, y'all. That's big shit. That's big shit. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me take a break. Let's see. Dimitri Cohen says that's doing college football. Shaking my head. Bad timing. And that goes to show you about understanding the market. But I guess when Eddie seen that price tag, $100 million from Saudi Arabia waved in his face, he like, damn everything. Look, man, we're going to make this happen. We're going to make this work. I don't care what we got to do. I don't care what's going on TV. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they got going on. We putting this shit on. Slim, let me get that check up off you. Eddie wasn't going to let nobody stop him. DAZN, Barry Hearn, nobody was going to stop him. Don King, I don't give a damn who you going to get. Mills Lane, nobody was going to stop him. He was determined to make that money against his own wishes, whether they liked it or not. Whether college football was on or not. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My brother Rocket Strikes 89 says, I got Joshua punishing Ruiz worse than the quiet Bama crushing the bully after school all day. Okay, you got AJ winning this joint? Bet that. We definitely going to get to that part. Yeah, man. Thelemus Lo-Fi says the heart wasn't there either. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The man ain't want to go out on his sword, and this got people questioning AJ's heart. The man quit. We kind of forget that. You know, he did quit. His body language spoke volumes and say, Mr. Referee, please pull me up out of this fight. You see, I just spit it out my mouthpiece. You see, I got my back turned to you. You see, I'm hesitant to walk up out this damn corner. Stop the damn fight. That's what his body language was saying. That's what his body language was saying. That goes to show you lack of heart. That's one thing about a warrior and a fighter. They want to go out on their sword. They want to go out on their shield. Some fighters are like, look, man, if you ain't dropping me, man, look, man, we ain't talking about nothing. I want to be dropped. Drop me. Leave me where I stand. But that wasn't AJ. AJ say, nah, man, getting the fuck up out of this ring, cuzzo. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? All day, la D, all day. Rocket Strikes 89 says, I think Joshua slimming down is good because he's putting all of his energy and working on his boxing techniques, etc. Now, this is the thing, Rocket Strike. I'm glad you said that. What AJ is asking of himself, I'm wondering, is he asking too much? Because he's literally changing styles. He already had decent technique. I ain't gonna take that much. I thought he was a bit robotic. He was a little too bulky. He had some stamina issues. You know what I mean? But I still thought he had a good jab. You know what I mean? Got a very good right hand, educated jab as well. You know, I always thought that about AJ. I just thought, like AJ has been saying, all he kind of needed was a little bit of fine tuning, just a little bit, not much. I'm just wondering, with all of that slimming down, well, this takes power away from a fighter. AJ relies on power. Is he going to become this great boxer in one fight? Like he's going to be this move around target, that's guy that's going to try to move around and box Andy Ruiz and then grab him whenever he gets close, right? Can he sustain that? We got a lot of questions about a slimmer AJ. And I know what y'all thinking. Y'all thinking, well, slimmer, he can move more, go longer into a fight. Andy is a bigger guy. You know what I mean? And we're going to get to Andy because Andy got a lot of flaws too. But he's a bigger guy. You know, I know what y'all may be thinking, but is it natural for him? Is it who he is? That's the question. It didn't look like that in the Joseph Parker fight, especially down the stretch. So I'm just saying. Dundada says AJ needs to be on the move against Ruiz. He was on the move in that first fight. Stayed on that back foot them first 3 rounds constantly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The lamest lo-fi. Well, the judges should always be neutral. But okay. Yeah, they should always be neutral. I think that should be happening each and every fight. I'm with you 100%, bro. They should always be neutral judges. They should never always, you know, I honestly think that these commissions should get more involved, you know, making sure that the judges are neutral. I mean, honestly, because some of these scorecards, man, is off the hook. And get the birds out of boxing. Get the birds. I'm talking Adelaide and Robert. Get both of their asses up out of boxing. What Robert allowed that went down in that fight when the dude caught him with the elbow. Come on, man. Right in front of Robert Byrd and Adelaide Byrd. Please don't get me started. Get both of the birds out of the sport of boxing like yesterday. Nobody cared nothing about they funky ass. Get up out of boxing. Fuck the birds, man. That dude, that referee literally let the man elbow the man right in the face. And then when they asked him after the fight, like, yo, did you know that you did? Did you hit? Because he also hit the guy after the bell. Did you hear the bell ring? He was like, yeah, I heard the bell ring. He was like, yeah, I got a little dirty. And what? And Robert Byrd just sat there and allowed it. Man, get the birds up out of boxing. You know what I'm talking about? Newborn says, Dillian AK. What's up, Newborn? Dillian AK, Lillian White is a whole hole with this Wilder ducking stuff. Please don't get me started on Pillian White. Don't get me started. And please do not hit my comment section. I dare you. I triple dare you. I double dare you. Somebody put in my comment section that Luis Ortiz ducked Dillian White. I triple dog dare you. Anyway, we're moving right along. We're going to the next thing. Now, Andy Ruiz, you know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz. The thing is with Andy that really concerns me. And once again, I'll go to Joseph Parker. You go to the Joseph Parker fight when Andy Ruiz fought Joseph Parker. Where was the downfall of Andy Ruiz in that fight? The downfall was after about rounds 5 and 6, Andy took about a good 3 to 4 rounds off. And you remember in the first fight, like with AJ, and when he had AJ hurt, Andy did not jump immediately on AJ because Andy knows He can easily blow his load. He can easily do it. And I'm wondering, like, will Andy have to take a lot of points off in the fight if the fight goes deeper? And AJ is clearly training to go deeper into the fight. Will Andy gas? He's gassed many a times in the past. That was his downfall against Joseph Parker. Clearly, that's the one thing that AJ took out of with this lean physique. If he can go deeper into a fight, I'm going to be honest with y'all fight fans, and this is just my opinion. Andy, in the later portions of a fight, is not nearly the same fighter as he is in those first 6 rounds. He's just not. And his big physique, though it works for him, it does slow him down in the second half of fights. And that's always been a knock on Andy Ruiz. So does AJ know this? Is that why he's slimming down to go deeper into this fight? Because he knows Andy is not going to be the same after about round 8? I'm asking a question. I don't know. And that does concern me about Andy. See, we didn't get a chance to see that much in the first AJ fight because AJ was so buzzed up from that left hook to the temple. He was so buzzed up that Andy can honestly sit back, take his time, and figure it out until he got AJ out of there or till AJ quit. But in this case, what if that don't happen? What if that don't happen? What happens? Where does Andy take off in this fight? It's going to happen, fight fans. And what does AJ do when Andy Ruiz takes time off in the fight? That's where AJ has to capitalize at. We're looking at about round 6 or 7 for that. About round 6 or 7. Round 6 or 7. AJ says in the first fight, he became impatient. He should have kept poking the meat until it was done. He jumped in there too early. So this time, will he sit back and poke up to about rounds 5 or 6 and then start to bring some noise? I think that would be smart. He got to wear Andy down, fight fans. Andy slows down. Those fast hands that everybody give him credit for, those combinations he likes to throw a lot, especially on the inside, guess what? It slows him down after about round 6. Go back and watch the Joseph Parker fight. And on top of that, many of his other fights, Andy slows down. Andy takes time off in fights. That's the only reason he lost the Joseph Parker fight. It's the only reason. You know what I mean? His issue is stamina, bro. You saying AJ's issue is stamina? Well, less muscle, less oxygen to suck up with those muscles, right? Maybe it helps. Maybe it helps him. But we just was talking about Andy, and that's clearly one of his issues. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Strikes 89. I think the trainer edition is reaching. The Bama said, fuck the muscles. I'm on my Rocky versus Drago shit, focusing on his craft. Now, when you go into that arena of being a technician, this is Andy's playground. Remember that Andy has a very good amateur career. Andy has always been known as a technical style boxer. So, though even regardless of his size, so he's literally walking in Andy's backyard with that. Is he going to be a better boxer than a guy who's just, that's what he's known for, boxing? Is he going to be able to outbest that guy doing that? I feel you. We got to see, man. I think AJ can box, though. He can definitely box. DGO in the building. What's up, fam? What's going on? DGO, man. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. I can't do it from here. DGO, why don't you got a blue suit, fam? Make sure I get you a blue suit ASAP. You know what I'm saying? All day. When we get on the other one, I'll make sure I get that to you, homie. Ruiz is top 3 most skilled heavyweight besides Fury and Usyk. That's why you getting the blue suit, DGO, because you can make me laugh so goddamn hard, bro. Ruiz is top 3 skilled heavyweight besides Fury. You just gonna leave out wild. Oh, you saying skilled? You're saying, okay, I apologize. You're saying skilled. Okay, I get where you're coming from. You be playing on words, DGO. I gotta watch you, man. You know what I mean? I feel you. 3 most skilled heavyweights besides Fury and Usyk. Maybe. I have to think about that. You know what I mean? B&B Boxing in the building. Salute that main man, made man. Salute to you, B&B. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm sorry I'm late tonight, but I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? Delina Lo-Fi says, Andy is a machine. He will swing for the fences all night, and he has so much confidence in his chin and hand speed. Absolutely. And I like that. I like how confident he is. I like the fact that he's walking up in Saudi Arabia, not looking pressured. I love the face-off. When they did the face-off, him and AJ, I'm telling you, man, something is on that man's mind. It looked like the wheels are just always turning in AJ's head. They always turning. Always. You have to give the right answer, the exact answer. He got to make sure people ain't saying this about him. He has to, it's like the wheels are, he got to make sure that he's not looking like somebody who's making excuses. He just worries so much going on in his head. Bring me a new coach. Matter of fact, bring me 2 new coaches. Is this the right physique that I got? The wheels are always turning. Now, don't get me wrong. Boxing is a thinking man's sport. You got to be a smart thinker. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you can overthink. And you get caught and you become indecisive. Should I do this or should I do that? Should I do this or should I do that? Am I doing the right thing? Then you start doubting yourself. Remember AJ in the first fight? Why am I feeling this way? He's thinking. His wheels are always turning. I don't know. Maybe that's how it is at that height, though. None of us has never lived at that height as a star. None of us has never lived at that height when the whole world eyes are on you. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it did to him. But he's always thinking. And sometimes I think it's good, but most times I think it's bad. You know what I mean? Real talk. Real talk. Damn, I see y'all coming in deep tonight. Let me make sure. Let me scroll back up and get some of y'all comments in. I got Coach Kennedy in the building. Salute to you, Coach Kennedy. Glad you could join me, man. Hope I ain't come on too late. You know what I'm saying? El Indio in the building. What's up? No doubt, man. All day. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through so late, man. Real talk, man. B&B Boxing says, I got Andy in 4 to 7 rounds all day. All day. La D say, and wasn't he asking his corner, how bad is this ass whooping? He probably did ask him that, though, La D. I do remember one time and he was just asking his coach, like, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Huh? What should I do? He just was so lost in that first fight. And I'm seeing a lot of that in the buildup. Like the way he looked, and somebody get your man to shape up ASAP. You know what I mean? But the way he looked, you know what I mean? Just the way he's just like he carrying himself. Like I said, man, I've never been in a position like that. When you lose in front of the whole world, all of your belts, you probably in birth. Then you lose to this dude. Then you lose to this dude. You lose to a Snicker bar eating, taco stuffing Andy Ruiz. How does that make you feel? That's embarrassing. I think honestly, it's embarrassing. This shit inspired Sylvester Stallone to go and make a documentary on it. It's embarrassing. I'm gonna tell you like this. If AJ go through this and pull this out, he may win some respect from me, without a doubt. He'll win some respect for me on this because, like, people don't understand, man. I mean, like I said, we all sitting at home cooling out. Imagine that being you. You got to stand up on there and know that you lost to, you are the most chiseled specimen in boxing, and you lost to the total opposite. Damn. Feel for the guy, man. But whatever, man. I got Marlonius in the building. What's up, blood? What's goody with you, man? What's up, champ? Appreciate you sliding through, homie. That's my man right there, man. Muhammad Hamatola in the building. What's up, fam? Everybody up tonight. Will the ref stop the fight at the first sign of trouble for Ruiz? Is he used to being hearted warriors, being in trouble, and then bouncing back? I'm wondering. I hope not. I hope not. We do not need no trigger happy ass ref. You know what I mean? In that first fight, that ref gave Anthony Joshua every opportunity. Every opportunity. Some people, and I've seen this, some people believe that the ref should have stopped it earlier when with AJ just getting flopped all around the ring, falling through the ropes and shit. You know what I mean? So we don't want no trigger happy ref. That first ref in the first fight, credit to him for allowing the fight to go on as far as it did. Because I mean, he tried his best to give AJ every chance he could. It's just the man body language is saying, please get me the fuck up out of here. So I hope not, man. I hope that ref don't do that. Now, this ref right here, we all know, like I told y'all before, this is the same cat that refereed Vladimir Klitschko versus Alexander Povetkin. And we remember how that fight went. Whenever Klitschko wanted to hold Povetkin, it was all good. But the second that Povetkin started getting off on the inside, it was a break. So I'm just saying, let's keep our third eye open on that. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Strikes 89 says, I don't think he's changing his technique. I just think he's adding to his technique. Good point. And that's what he said. He says he don't want to blow up everything. He said he doesn't have the time to do it. But he said the only reason he ain't doing it because he don't have the time to do it, to even consider it. You know what I mean? But he says he's just fine-tuning things. Let's see what he do. I hope that's what he's doing. I hope he ain't blowing everything up. All right, let me see. I think I hit all my points that I wanted to hit there. Now we about to get into styles. All right, keys to victory, fight fans. Keys to victory for AJ. Anthony Joshua. What does Anthony Joshua have to do to win this fight? What exactly should he do to win this fight? In my opinion, I believe that Anthony Joshua, first off, should not be shy or timid. Do not go in there throwing a lazy ass jab because you don't want to be countered with combinations. Don't go in there jabbing and moving backwards at the same, not putting no pop behind your jab, not sitting on nothing. Don't be timid of Andy Ruiz. He will smell it a mile away. I'm telling you. And if he smells timid, if he smells doubt, if he smells indecisiveness, he's coming in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay patient. Stay patient. AJ must stay patient for this fight. The first fight, we all know that was his classic mistake. Rushing in on Andy Ruiz way too fast. Caught a left hook, boom, never recovered. Punch from the gods. Stay patient. Do not rush in on Andy Ruiz until you know you got him ready to take him out. And if you do put him down, do not just jump right back on him. You see what Andy did to you, right? Andy ain't jumped right back on AJ and he knocked him all around the ring. He took his time. Once he had him to a certain place, then he unloaded on AJ. And that's what AJ needs to keep in mind. Stay patient, bro. Control distance. AJ is the taller, longer fighter, without a doubt. One of the best things that Andy Ruiz is supposed to be having going for him for this fight is his low center of gravity. Well, this is going to take crackerjack timing from AJ. Keep his distance and keep Andy on the end of that jab as much as possible. Real talk, but you got to control distance. It's going to take a combination of AJ's footwork and a combination of crackerjack timing and punching. But that footwork is going to have to keep going. And it's going to have to go deeper into a fight, perhaps. Maybe that's why we see a slimmer AJ, right? Keep his hands up on the side. I'm talking right here, fight fans. Them hands got to stay right here. Why do you say that, man? Because if you go back to the first fight, every punch that almost Andy Ruiz threw, except the few ones down the middle that he was coming with, those punches were landing all up here. So when AJ says that is a punch from the gods, that punch from the gods can land again. Because the way that Andy Ruiz's arms is and the way that he punches, and he got to punch in that upward motion, all of his punches, for the most part, are going to the side of AJ's head, and they're landing all up in here, right here. If even the punches where AJ was catching on his glove, right here. Andy's, I guess, his arm length and the weight and the height of AJ, that's where his punches land. I mean, I was looking at that first fight, and I was just looking like, damn, even when he's not like aiming for that area, those punches just always, because he throws a lot of looping shots. And he's the shorter, fatter fighter. So they're landing like right up in this area every time. Every time. So AJ, you got to keep them hands up, cousin. You better keep them hands up. Jab, bring it back. Jab, bring it back. Keep it up there. Be prepared. Because Andy is going to throw looping shots, man. That's just what he does. He can't help it. His size and stature is against your size and stature. Those are just the punches that he's going to throw. You know what I mean? I believe that AJ should use uppercuts on the inside. AJ throws a powerful uppercut, Now, Andy Ruiz will throw combinations on the inside. Everybody knows that. Once Andy Ruiz gets within distance, he will let those combinations fly. AJ can, with a perfectly timed uppercut on the inside, will shut that shit down. I believe his uppercut is too strong. One good one on the inside. All that shit that Andy doing, he eat one uppercut between them punches. It will make a world of difference. AJ needs to be focused on his uppercut. And he uses it so good. Ain't that the same punch he put Vlad down and with, man, that thing was nice. You know what I'm talking about? And also tie up Andy on the inside. Now I know a lot of people say, well, hold on, man. He has to tie up Andy on the inside. If he doesn't let that timed uppercut or that one-time strong punch on the inside fly, Andy will win the inside game. He has to tie him up. It's only the smart thing to do. He is the taller man. It's the smart thing to do. If he stays on his back foot, an educated jab, tying up on the inside, throwing uppercuts on the inside, being patient in this fight, I believe that if AJ follows those keys to victory, he can be victorious. And let's go to Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, keys to victory. First thing, set up and work behind combinations. That is your bread and butter, homie. Do not do it until you are well within range. Once he's ducked up under that jab enough, he's weaved around that jab enough, and he get within punching distance, let him go. I believe that Andy does slightly have the speed edge on the inside, so let him go. Watch for a big shot coming back, of course, but let him go. AJ, on the inside, speed-wise, he cannot deal with Andy Ruiz. He just can't. He just can't. So when you get within range, let him go. Let him go. Hit AJ in the body in the mid rounds. Now, this is something that Andy started to do in the first fight slightly, but I thought he could have did a little bit more, just a little bit more. But you got to hit AJ in the gut. He don't like it in the body. Hit him in the gut, Andy. If you smart, combinations upstairs and downstairs, a constant mix-up. You know what I'm saying? Next one, counter with combos. When Andy Ruiz counters, he has the ability to counter with the combination. If AJ overshoots the jab, overshoots the right hand, Andy has the ability, especially, well, AJ is not as bulky in this fight, so he may not be as robotic. But looking at his pad work in the public workout, I don't know, man. He might just still be robotic. But Andy, when you counter, do not counter with one shot. You got to counter in combination punching. Combination punching is Andy's bread and butter. It is the one thing, no matter who likes who, that you have to admit Andy has the hand speed and the ability to throw combinations over AJ all day. If he's within range, I think he should stick with that. Be relentless. Test AJ's heart. We talked about AJ's heart earlier. Test that shit. See where it's at. See if there's still any quit in him. Put him through the ring of fire. Put him through it early and just to see where he's at. You ain't got to sustain it. If you see he's on his A game, then go back to the game plan. But test him. Put a little fire on him. See if the quit's still in him. See if he's doubting himself. Just see where his head is at. And you got to put him through the fire to do that. And just to see how he reacts. If he's reacting accordingly, okay, fall back. We go into the game plan. If he folds, if he gets lost, if he doesn't know what to do, if he's back in the corner like, I don't know what to do, like what's going on here? I understand. I got hit with a punch and I can't see. Now I'm seeing 4 people. Like, what's up? If he's like that, put it on him. I seen way too much doubt in AJ in that first fight. And on top of that, the build up to this fight, he's asking way too many questions. He's putting way too much out there. Test it. See if it's smoke and mirrors. See if he really got that heart. Test it, Andy. I want him to test AJ heart and be relentless just to see how he reacts. Don't get your ass knocked out, though. Don't overload and take too many rounds off. Now, there was talk prior to this fight about Andy may have been coming in slimmer. Well, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. You know what I mean? Andy looking like the same old Andy. Snicker bars like a mug. Snicker bars for everybody. And, you know, I'm wondering how would this affect Andy's stamina? Like I told you earlier, in the Joseph Parker fight, Andy took rounds off. In a lot of fights, Andy took rounds off. You got to be. Now, Andy did a great job at pacing himself in that first fight. Maybe even against some of our wishes. We wish he would have jumped on AJ, right? When he had AJ hurt, how many of y'all was at home like, Andy, what are you doing? Jump on him, man. What are you doing, cuz? Why are you taking your time? How many of y'all was like that? Keep it 100. You know, damn well y'all was in this joint like, what the fuck is Andy doing? He taking his time. Why do you don't jump on him? He was pacing himself. He knows what his capabilities are. He knows what his limitations are. and he knows he can quickly gas himself out if he overdoes it. Andy already requires a lot of himself by doing combination punching. Not to mention he's normally a come forward guy because he's usually the shorter man. But he already is exalting a lot of energy with that. For him to put his foot on the gas for too long, well, it will deplete him. So he's got to pace it. He's got to put his foot on the gas, take it off. Put his foot on the gas, take it off. It's the smart thing to do. Unfortunately. I know y'all like to see knockouts and heavyweights, but it's the smart thing to do. Because Andy cannot afford to be taking no 4 or 5 rounds off against no Anthony Joshua. He just can't. He just can't. He can get away with that shit with Joseph Parker because Joseph Parker, damn it, I'm wondering about his aggression. His aggression. He don't have much aggression in him. You know what I mean? He just seemed like a nice dude, whatever. AJ ain't that way. AJ want them belts back. AJ got embarrassed. You cannot take 4 to 5 rounds off Andy Ruiz. You just can't. You just can't. So he has to pace himself and not take too many rounds off. So Andy Ruiz, if you set up and you work behind combinations, touch AJ to the body, especially in the mid rounds, counter with combinations, be relentless, test AJ's heart, and do not overload on so much where you have to take many rounds off. If Andy Ruiz was to do these things, I believe, in my opinion, Andy Ruiz will be victorious. All right, man. You've been talking too goddamn much. I'll get to y'all comments in a minute. Brother, who the fuck do you got winning the damn fight, bro? You didn't set up in here for 47 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And you done gave us all of this talk. Who is going to win the damn fight, bro? Well, I'll say this. I thought long and hard about this fight, fans. I went back and forth. One day I'm here, the next day I'm there. It was a tough one. And I have been doing this thing in predictions lately where I have been going against my gut. And every time I go against my gut, I end up like way off. You know what I mean? I went against my gut in the Canelo fight. I wanted to give it to Canelo. I just couldn't get around Sergey Kovalev. You got to go with your gut sometimes, right? So in my opinion, the person that I'm picking to win this fight, in my opinion, from what I've seen building up to this fight and everything that we know about this fight, I believe that Anthony Joshua is going to win this fight. I believe that Anthony Joshua will be victorious in this fight. I could be wrong, but I believe that he wins. I do believe, and I could be wrong, that punch that Andy landed just was the only difference. I cannot get over the fact that Andy took so much off in the Joseph Parker fight. I just honestly believe that in those first 3 rounds, every time I go back and watch it, AJ was comfortable. AJ was cruising. That punch changed everything. Can he land it again? Absolutely. But if he doesn't, I don't think. I know people say the combination punch. I just think the stamina will come into being a factor. I don't know, fight fans. I got to go with AJ. I think he has all the dynamics to beat Andy Ruiz. I just think that in that first fight, that punch from the gods, and that's exactly what I couldn't have think of a better way to say that punch, bro. The punch from the gods really was the difference in that fight to me. I could be wrong. Some people say, well, no, man, this guy can't beat short fighters. This guy can't beat fighters that are low to the ground. Andy is all wrong for him. Well, Andy wasn't wrong for him in them first 3 rounds. And AJ was definitely getting more and more comfortable. And AJ definitely made a mistake. The same mistake that he made against Klitschko. Same thing. But and again, it's not the same AJ now, is it? He's slimmer. He has different coaches. He's overthinking. Maybe I'm thinking too much. It's going to be the same AJ from the first fight. I got to go with AJ fight fans. Somebody convince me otherwise if you can. Let's see. Let's go through the comments here. Wow. I can't believe I literally picked AJ to win a fight. And y'all motherfuckers want to say I'm biased? Cut it out. You know what I mean? Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Cut it out. You know what I mean? All right. Thelomius Lofi says, only the judges' opinions matters. Yeah, well, let's hope the judges get it right. We do not want to see Andy Ruiz robbed. There is a segment of fans out there that believe that Andy, and I think I seen it in the comment section, Andy going over to Saudi Arabia is a mistake. Now, one thing I will say is a mistake is Andy getting up to all 13 million and AJ possibly getting up to 85 million. Now, that's a mistake right there. Like, what the hell was Andy thinking? Bro, you should have got at least a dub up out of this. You should at least got 20 up out of this. At least. But whatever, man. Marlonia 76. For the sake of boxing, Ruiz has to win. And I'm going to say this. Though I'm picking Ruiz to lose this fight, I do want Ruiz to win the fight because we already heard AJ talking his talk like he's not going to go towards Wilder. He's not going to go towards Undisputed. And we know how easy it is for Ruiz to make that fight because he's on the same side of the street as Deontay Wilder. So, I mean, that's the main reason that I want Andy Ruiz to win, because I want to see the heavyweight division continue to go towards Undisputed. And we know that if AJ wins and he decides not to fight Deontay Wilder, well, the WBO is going to come call him, and the IBF is going to come call him. And they're going to say it's mandatory time. What you going to do? You going to give up the belts or you going to fight? So that's mainly the main reason I want Andy Ruiz to win. I mean, I don't like nobody already off the jump telling everybody, well, I'm not going for Undisputed. Like, who talks like that, bro? Last of a Dime Breeze says Ortiz got more skills than Ruiz. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, whoever put them top 3 boxes earlier, y'all left out Luis Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? I forgot all about that. Good one, Last of a Dime Breeze. And Last of a Dime, maybe I can't tell on this thing. Maybe I'm tripping on this StreamYard thing because I can't tell if y'all got blue suits or not, man. And I know you supposed to have one for sure. All right. BNB Boxing says salute at Omega Red all day. Rocket Strikes 89. Andy can swing for the fences all he want, but that don't mean that he won't get caught and put on his ass. I agree. And so that's the thing. I have AJ as the stronger fighter as well. Now, like I said before, man, there's a lot of good variables that's going for Andy Ruiz in this fight. His punch placement mainly, I think, is the best thing he has, aside from his combination and hand speed. The punch placement, where his punches land on AJ, is the best thing that he really got going for him. Because if he gets into another tussle with AJ, especially on the inside, there's a good chance that one of them looping shots can land right on that temple again. And it can happen, bro. It can happen. Just go back and watch that first fight. Look at the punch placement, please. Just look at where his punches land. Look at the area on the face where most of Andy Ruiz's punches land. You know what I'm saying? Last of a Dime Breeze says, if AJ loses, he is finished. Where does he go? If AJ loses, he goes right over there. You know what that's called? That's called scratch. That boy going back to scratch like Pillion White is. Pillion White went from the main event to the second fight of the night. That's called scratch. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I ain't done with Dillian White. I think this is a terrible injustice that's going on in boxing. A man who went in his last fight with PEDs, who tested for adverse findings. I want to get it right. Adverse findings for PEDs gets the fight without a B sample being produced. Nothing. UCAD ain't saying nothing. BBBFC ain't saying nothing. Everybody's cool with letting the man fight. But yet he's fighting Maurice Watts on the second fight of the card. Man, this shit is, man, I'm not done with Pillion White, man. Just know that. BNB Boxing, man, they didn't let AJ grow organically, and he should just now be getting a title fight all day. They rushed him, man, and he wasn't allowed to fully mature. I agree with that 100%. But, at that time, and I will see, and I'm actually kind of seeing the bigger picture now. I mean, there's a reason why he was built. I mean, Klitschko was on his way out the door. You know what I mean? They didn't have that star, man, in the UK. They didn't have that star in Europe. Like, they needed one and fast. And they pushed AJ towards that route. I was listening to AJ talk recently, and he said something that really caught me. And I was like, damn, son. He say, when he was champion, like, basically, I'm paraphrasing here, he never had a chance to reflect. He never had a chance to sit back and just kind of like, wow, look at what I've done. But when he lost, he had time to do that. And I remember right after when AJ lost, a lot of people were saying, well, this could be a good thing for him because the dude been under so much pressure for years. Like, he's been under pressure to perform. He's been under pressure to earn, you know what I mean, to produce. He's been under pressure with the Deontay Wilder stuff, the Tyson Fury stuff. He's constantly under so much pressure. Him losing them titles may have added 10 years to his life because he finally got a chance to sit back, go to a hole somewhere, get the hell out of the public eye, and relax for a change. And say, damn, nobody checking for me right now. I ain't the guy that has all the pressure on his back right now. No one's putting cameras in my face asking, Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, Deontay. No one's doing that. And he said he finally had a chance to reflect because they were pushing him so fast, like the homie B&B Boxing saying. They were pushing him so fast, so hard. And then they pushed him into a situation with Wilder. And AJ knew he wasn't ready for that yet. Y'all don't get it. AJ knew he wasn't ready for Bomb Squad yet. But they kept pushing him. Go back to when he asked for the $50 million. He was hesitant in that. I want $50 million. He wasn't ready. They were pushing him. It reminds me of what they did to Adrian Bronner. Same thing. Pushed that kid up into a weight class that he shouldn't have been at. All because they wanted a star. Pushed them too hard. And now look at the product that you got. Well, look at AJ. And people are wandering around like, yo, man, he's looking a little dazed out, man. Looking like the wheels are overturning too much. Pushing him all them years. You think that has some type of a psychological effect on him or something? I remember looking at the gloves are off, and he was sitting across from Andy Ruiz. And he was just looking at Andy like, and I think the look that he had in his eyes, what it told me was, bro, you sitting over there with all them belts. And you're not under the same pressure that I was under. You don't have to stand in front of 80, 90,000 people and have to win. You don't. No one was expecting you to win in the first damn place. This is all a roller coaster ride for you. But when I won, I had the whole world on my shoulders. They didn't let him grow organically, B&B Boxing. 100% right on that, fam. Marlonia 76. AJ doesn't seem confident, in my opinion. That's what a lot of people saying. His look in his eye does tell you a lot, man. I will admit, Joe. Like, that look in his eye ain't a look of confidence. It's a look of a thinking person, a person that's wills are just, you can see the smoke coming out of his ears. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the eyes and the face of a person that's always in thought and always thinking, forgetting to brush your teeth when you wake up in the morning. It's just so much on his mind. That dude ain't at peace, man. He ain't at peace. I don't know if it's through embarrassment or if it's just through pressure, because knowing that in that market in the UK, in Europe, he is the last remaining star, pay-per-view star. The documentary was dope all day. Salute to Sylvester Stallone, man. Sylvester Stallone did that damn thing, didn't he? Salute to Sylvester Stallone, man. They better nominate that shit on the ESPYs or something, man. They did that damn thing, bro. He had Mike Tyson in the joint. Man, he put everybody. He put James Buster Douglas in the joint. Man, they did it. Salute to Sylvester Stallone for doing that documentary, man. That shit was off the chain. That motherfucker he say, you got this Adonis. When he used that word, I've been using it ever since. He's an Adonis. Losing to the total opposite. Cosmetically, man, that's as good as it gets, man. That's as good as it gets. Thin Limits Lo-Fi says if AJ loses, he can retire. He can go and invest in Bitcoin. He can't handle the pressure. Woo! The air gets thin at the top, fight fans. That's the question. Is it too much pressure? Saudi Arabia, putting all this money up. Huh? The whole market depending on you. The whole world watching you go against the guy that beat you. Can he handle it? Wow. This is big, man. I didn't realize how big this shit was until we really started doing. This is huge, bro. If AJ win, he gonna crawl back into his hole, man. If AJ win, man, AJ better get up in there with Bomb Squad, man. Go for undisputed, bro. Don't stop. It don't make no sense to get to the middle of the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl and say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna finish the game." Bro, you right there. Why not? What else you gonna do? Huh? What else you gonna do? Fight Michael Hunter? Fight Dillian White? What else you gonna do? You don't understand. Bro, like, you need to eliminate these competition. Like, if you see them as, do you not understand? And this is real talk. Hear me on this, fight fans. What AJ needs to understand is that the only equals to him in the UK far as star attraction, far as on the heavyweight level, is Wilder and Fury. That's it. Why aren't you trying to eliminate them two and say you the best? Why are you coming up with more excuses than the dude on death row as to why you don't want to fight Bomb Squad? That don't make no sense. Go finish the job, bruh. If you get through Andy, which I think you will, man, you got to go to Bomb Squad or go to Fury, or whoever win their fight. Whoever wins February 22nd need to be in the ring with AJ. But we know I'm just asking for too much around Christmas time. For Ben Media says, I'm extremely confident in a Ruiz KO. The only wild card is the ref, Luis Payban or Pop Payban. I know you're talking about. Horrible in Povetkin versus Klitschko. Povetkin versus Huck. And Donaire versus Vettiiki. I don't know. But yeah, I remember that Povetkin versus Huck fight too, man. You're right. That's the same ref from there? Damn. You're right. He was terrible in that Klitschko versus Alexander Povetkin fight. Man, that was the worst ref fight I ever seen. And that's something that Andy needs to be taking in mind. And I heard Andy recently talking about in an interview. They asked him, like, are you concerned about the scorecards? And he's like, yeah, we are kind of concerned about that. He's saying that he basically may have to go in there and just stop AJ. And not to mention, I ain't tell y'all, I think AJ is going to win this fight. And I think he wins it by a decision. I don't think he stops Andy Ruiz. I think he wins it by decision. I think he'll have the ability to outbox Andy down the stretch. Let's see. Marlonia 76. Parker versus AJ was bad. The ref did a bad job. Would not let Joseph Parker get off. Would not. And like I told people, AJ did not look that good in that fight. And that is the one fight that he lost all of the weight in. He hasn't been that slim since, like he is now, since the Joseph Parker fight. No. Taylor say the fix is in. It's no way Andy leaves Saudi as champ. Damn. You think them Saudis gonna shut him down? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Andy better, if everybody feel like that, then Andy may gotta go for a stoppage. I mean, do I think there's gonna be some biases in there? Absolutely. I just do not think that they're not going to allow Andy Ruiz to just walk in Saudi Arabia and take down the whole UK pay-per-view market. They're just not going to let it. He got to go in there and just rough it off. He got to knock AJ ass out. Make it clean. Make it clean. And then you walking out of there not only with the belts in your hand, my man, but you have effectively destroyed the UK pay-per-view market in boxing. Because he's the only one left. That's how big it is. Andy is like a white knight or some shit. You dig? He walking up in this thing like the Golden Knight. You know what I'm saying? This man literally is fighting the whole UK pay-per-view boxing market. Do y'all not get that? That's some big shit. Fucking Gold Knight, the Mexican Knight. Rocket Strikes 89. For AJ to lose his belts, took in front of the whole world just for him to push through that adversity with class and win his shit back will be gangster. I agree. And I remember saying that, bro, right after the first fight, when I did the post-fight video, that was the one thing that I made sure to put out there. I said, yo, bro, do y'all know this is the perfect lineup and the perfect scenario for a hell of a redemption story? I mean, a hell of a redemption story. Man, they're going to make movies about this shit. Now, I heard AJ said he's willing to give Andy a trilogy. I hope he's true to it. If you don't get in there with Bomb Squad, I hope he's true to his word. I think he's lying because the WBO gonna come calling or the IBF unless Eddie is willing to ditch out some step aside money and shut everybody up. But I would love to see him give Andy that trilogy, man. This is the stuff that movies is made out of, fight fans. And we witnessing it live in full effect right in front of our face. This is the shit that movies are written about. I would love to see them do a trilogy. I would love it. I hope they do it, especially if the second fight is real competitive, man. It's gonna be good. But he did handle the shit with class. I didn't see him hating on Andy Ruiz at all. But the only thing I did see him saying some everybody gonna bow down to him or some shit like cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Nobody bowing down no damn AJ. You know, man, you better go come see my man Bomb Squad and stop playing. AJ can only win by KO. Oh, you don't think he can outbox Andy in no shape, form, or fashion? I think when you mix Andy's stamina issues in it and down the stretch, man, I think down the stretch is going to be key. I think that's the reason that AJ is really coming in this thing slimmer. He's going to try to go down the stretch. And that's what he's going to attempt to take Andy and try to drown him. And I just think he has the ability to do it. Now, if Andy does come in, like I said in my keys to victory, and he comes in pacing himself, not playing AJ's game, not getting frustrated, if you will, by the jab and then overdo it, trying to rush himself to the inside, getting hit with all kind of jabs and right hands. If he's pacing himself, well, then at that point, maybe he is competitive in the deep portions of the fight. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's the one. I mean, Andy learned too, man. Andy's a good boxer, man. I got to give him credit, man. I like Andy Ruiz a lot. Trust me, picking AJ ain't easy over Andy Ruiz, but I just got to go with what my gut's telling me, man, and what I see on the screen. And I keep revisiting those first 3 rounds, man. And if that punch wouldn't have landed, if was a fifth, right? Breeze Boxing says outside fighting until 12, AJ wins. Yeah. Outside fighting until 12. Oh, basically fight on the outside for all 12 rounds and he wins. Yeah, I'm what I'm saying. And this is the thing that makes me think, like, how do we know that punch will come back? That was the only thing. And people were saying that, oh, he was round after round after round, he was beating AJ. Look, man, the man was out of it, man. Y'all know this. I don't have to tell y'all this. The man never recovered from that punch. I don't know if lightning's going to strike twice. I mean, I just don't know. Now, like I told you earlier, Andy's punches land in a certain area on AJ. And so, yes, there is a slight pop, but I just don't know if that. I've never seen Andy land that shot on nobody else. I've never seen Andy land that shot, period, his entire career. So I don't know if it comes back. But if it does, AJ got problems. Talking about. Yeah, man. Marlonia76 says, I got Ruiz all day. Okay. Hey, man, I hope he does, though, man. I hope for the sake of Bomb Squad. You know what I'm saying? BNB Boxing, he got to be with clinch. So you saying he's got to clinch Andy Ruiz once he gets to the inside? I agree. Let's see how much the ref going to let him do that, though. I mean, now if he overdoes it, I think the ref should be looking at to take points. No doubt about it. Now, he can't over clinch like a Klitschko used to do. I hope the ref don't allow that. But then again, he allowed Klitschko to do it, right? Marlonia 76. AJ can't outbox Ruiz. He is too slow. But are we talking about the bulkier AJ or are we talking about the lean, slim AJ? But then again, like I told you, in his public workout earlier today, didn't look that fast to me. Still kind of looked a little stiff. But we'll see. You're saying he can out jab Ruiz. And in this particular case, given the physical dynamics of both fighters, that may be all he needs. If he can stay on that jab for 6 to 7 rounds and win each round, just because he was out jabbing Ruiz in them first 3 rounds. He was just keeping him on the end. The way it all went south is because of the mistake that Joshua made. It's not because of Andy did something so great. I mean, yes, the punch, of course, but it's not like he set it up or like, no, it's because of the mistake Andy capitalized off the mistake that AJ made. You see what I'm saying? So I just don't know where we would be without that mistake of jumping on Andy Ruiz so fast after he knocked him down. Prior to that punch and prior to that, him jumping, he was fighting a good fight. Wasn't in trouble, nothing. So, unless the punch from the gods come back, guess what? I see AJ going back to work, man. And I could be tripping, I could be wrong, but we'll see, fight fans. We'll see. So Razak says, what's up? Sayuki, Razak. He says, I hope Ruiz will stick to home and don't let AJ get away with it. I hope Ruiz will stick to home and don't let AJ get away with it. Oh no, home to home. I think you saying home. I don't know, bro. You gotta let me know what you're saying. Re-put your comment, and I promise I'll read it again. Let me know. I hope Ruiz will stick to home, to harm, and don't let AJ. I'm tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don Dada says, like for Slim Fam all day. Man, look, I can't see it right now, right? But I know y'all hitting my like button for me, right? I just know y'all hitting my like. Hey, look, man, it is 11:47. It's almost midnight on a weekday, and I'm putting in work. And y'all can't hit my like button for me, though. You can't hit the like button for me, though. Man, hit the damn like button for the fam. You know what I'm talking about? Do that for me, man. I hope Ruiz will stick it to him and don't let AJ get away. Thank you, fam. All right, all day. All day. Yeah, same here, man. But he will have to. Now, Ruiz on the inside, that's his bread and butter. He's going to have to keep it there. If he does get AJ hurt, I think he goes and do the same thing he did in the first fight, where he paces himself until he gets him out of there. But his bread and butter is on the inside. Once he gets within distance, his hand speed got to go. I mean, he got to go. Soon as he get around, if he duck a jab, if AJ overshoots it, and he's within range, he got to let him go, man. He got to let him go. Lala D says, man, when AJ got dropped, I had to check my calendar to make sure it wasn't Christmas around this joint. Hey, no bullshit. You know what I mean? When that night happened, and my post video is still up on here on YouTube, talk about turn all the way up. We was in this joint. Is this your king? Is this your king, UK? Y'all been telling us about this cat for years. This your king? Huh? You send this cat over here to get his ass whooped. Oh, we was going off that night. That was a joyous night that night. Man, what a joyous night. I remember that night, Lala D. B&B boxing. AJ can't fight going backwards. Now, that was the one thing. When he was coming forward throwing a jab, he was throwing it much better. I will give you that, B&B. He was throwing it, and he was much more inaccurate going backwards and unsure. But we will see. I'm dying to see what this physique change do to him in this fight. From what we seen before in the Joseph Parker fight, didn't work too good for him. But maybe Andy will be different. Maybe. We'll see. I'm still rocking with AJ fight fans. Bro, you sound like a casual fan. You must don't know who the fuck I am, cousin. Go research me. Go into YouTube, type in main man, made man, and then come back and talk to me. With no picture. Get the fuck up out of here, cousin. Lala D at who? I don't think you know who I am, fam. You know what I'm saying? I truly don't think you do. You must be your first time here, right? Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am main man, made man. Boxing extraordinaire. When you come here, you better come correct. You dig? Whoever the fuck you are. Hiding behind an and no picture. Who the fuck are you, cousin? Are you British? Are you American? Who the fuck are you, son? Coming up in my damn chat talking about something I'm a casual. You done bumped every corner of your goddamn head, bro. I just thought about that. Now get the fuck up out my chat. You know what I'm saying? We going to the next. Sayuki Razak. I'm more excited about this fight than Christmas. Hey, man, this is a big one right here, bro. This is a big one right here, man. Everybody, look, man, enjoy yourself this weekend. This is big for us boxing fans. You know, this is the last one before the year, or the last really big one before the year's out. Enjoy yourself. Sit back, man. Have some fun. It's the holiday season in the air. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy this boxing match right here. This is big. We gonna chop it up after it's over, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. Turn all the way up. Yeah, we smell your blood all day. Yeah, that's some sort of insurgent rocking strike. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure there's somebody hiding behind some BS account. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. He won't be coming back up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? All day. La D. Thanks, Dundada. You know I'm sensitive about my jokes. All day. All day. All day. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see. I see. Breeze Boxing says close distance attack the body in combinations, fight fans, in combinations. And yeah, I believe that, man, this is going to be a good fight. It's going to be exciting. I just hope that the winner doesn't hesitate to get in there with Bomb Squad. And I mean, and everything going to be good, man. But and if he does give Andy Ruiz a trilogy, I'll be happy about that, fight fans. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Hamatola says, the way I see it, AJ will build up a lead going into round 9 or 10. Then Ruiz will bring the heat. Will AJ survive it or not? So you basically saying that you believe that AJ will be the more will be you're basically saying that Ruiz, will be the more energized boxer in the championship rounds. Okay. That's going to be interesting, Brian. If this slim down physique doesn't help AJ go deep into a fight, I mean, if it doesn't sustain him in the championship rounds, nothing will. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think the championship rounds is where AJ is honestly going to be doing a lot of damage. But we'll see. Lala D says that's what Mr. Boxing Today too said. He said he'll walk him down behind his short jab, parrying while attacking the body. You're saying that Andy will walk him down behind his short jab, parrying while attacking. Okay. I mean, my deal is I just don't, man. I'm sorry, man. Y'all just really throwing out the window the power that AJ got, man. Like that dude, he can punch, man. And y'all throwing that out the window. Andy got to get through a lot to make it there. Yeah, he can work behind the jab, but he's going to get popped with a jab. He's going to get it popped with a longer jab, in my opinion. I mean, Andy's head movement wasn't the key to AJ missing him. The key was that Andy was just a shorter man. You know what I mean? And AJ's accuracy on shorter fighters is not that good. It wasn't even that good on Povetkin in the early portion of that fight. It's not that good. And I don't know, man. I just think that AJ gonna get him in this fight, man. And y'all know I'm far from an AJ fan, but when I look at the styles and I look at that punch from the gods, I just don't know if it come back, man. I just don't know if it come back. Rocket Strike 89 says we will see how this goes. This is a career-defining fight. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. If it goes wrong, I'm not gonna say AJ should retire because he's so young, but I mean, I don't know if he gets his confidence back after this one, bro. I truly don't. I think he loses to Ruiz. I don't know if he get that confidence back. If not, if he does, then he can start right over there. Scratch. You know what I'm saying? All day. Sayuki Rizak, dude even eating Snicker bars last night. He eating Snicker bars? What's up? Man, Snicker better get that dude a commercial, man, and stop bullshit. Oh, did they already do it? Maybe I missed it. Man, Snicker better go ahead and invest in Andy, man. Why they ain't giving him that check, man? Lala D, he should wear Snicker logo boxing trunks. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Snicker logo boxing trunks is something. Snickers got to cut a check first, though. Man, cut Andy a check, Snickers, and stop playing. Damn, man. The man been talking Snickers ever since the first fight. He's like, man, I'm going to go home and eat Snickers. Then after I eat those Snickers, I'm going to wake up in the morning and eat some more Snickers. And then on the weekend, I'm going to eat Snickers. And then every holiday, I'm going to eat Snickers. He likes Snickers. Snickers. Cut Andy Ruiz a damn check and stop playing. You know what I'm talking about? Stop playing, man. Somebody said gut. Who said that? Gut tells me AJ. Yeah. DGO says Ruiz disarmed AJ's jab. He disarmed, which is because of the punch. I mean, dog, after that punch landed in the third round, there was no more AJ. There was just a big, tall dude in there fumbling all over the ring. There was no more AJ. AJ left the building at that point. He couldn't recover. And this is what I want everybody to remember. Like, that wasn't the normal AJ that we see in a fight. I mean, I got my criticisms on the dude, but that wasn't him. And I just don't know if he is in that ring, if Andy going to be able to do that again. I would be thoroughly impressed. Let me see. Hold on. I just seen somebody up there. I got the homie in this joint. Red Glove. What's up, man? Long time no see. That's my man there. What's up, Red Glove? How you be, man? Good to have you in the building, fam. Lala D said with the laughing. Yeah, all day. Hey, man. You better ask somebody, goddamn me, all day. Man, that dude ain't ever come. Who just makes their name with no picture, la la D? Man, fuck out of here. He will never show face up in here again unless it's on another fishy, never heard of type of account. DGO says, man, you got to be a casual if you don't know who Made Man is all day. Thank you. And that's what I've tried to explain to him. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you don't know who I am, clearly. So I ain't even want to waste my time going back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? So look here, fight fans. We've been going for about an hour and 20 minutes. It is effectively midnight here on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Thank you all for riding with the boy tonight, man. So look, to wrap it all up, recap tonight. For those who coming in late, hit the thumbs up for me. You know what I'm saying? First off, now by shock, because I know a lot of y'all know my positions and how I'm rolling with Bomb Squad. Most of y'all on here already know. You know what I mean? I'm rolling with Anthony Joshua to defeat Andy Ruiz by decision. I don't think he stops Andy Ruiz. I think he goes all the way to the 12th. I think AJ shines in the championship rounds, and I think he shines in the middle rounds. I think Andy will take rounds off. I think Andy will take fire, incoming fire, trying to make it to the inside. I almost wonder if AJ will be fighting on his back foot, though, in this fight. And I do remember what a slimmer down AJ looked like in the Joseph Parker fight. But even taking all of that into account, the punch from the gods, will it land again? And if it doesn't, AJ was cruising before it landed. I think he'll cruise if it doesn't land again. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. AJ, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, will defeat Andy Ruiz by unanimous decision. And there it is. Stamped and officially done. Thank you, Light. Appreciate you for cooperating. Much love to each and every one of y'all out there, man, for rocking with the boy. I did not expect all of y'all to come up in here tonight. I started late. I thank y'all all for rolling with me, man. That means a lot. I really do. You know what I'm saying? We will keep it live in full effect. We Talking Boxing is back and here to stay. We probably won't be doing it on this StreamYard thing. You know, I missed my little box up here with the changing quotes and the changing pictures. We're going to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? This whole StreamYard thing is just too bulky for me. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get the picture stuff back up here and we're going to do it the way we're supposed to do. We will be back Saturday. Now, given that the fights are on Saturday and they are going to be shown here early, you know what? I take that back. I'll see y'all for We Talking Boxing probably after the fights, because I'm not going to, unless I wake up early that morning to do it, man, I'm not going to do them right before the fight start. I know everybody got running around to do, want to get everything squared away before the fight start or whatnot. So maybe I'll come on after the fight Saturday, but Saturday we will be on live in full effect. Definitely post fight. You know what I mean? And before I go, let me put this out there. Michael Hunter versus Alexander Povetkin. I'm rolling with Michael Hunter all day. Dillian White, Marius Watch. I'm rolling with Pillion. No, fuck that. I'm rolling with Marius Watt. You know what I mean? I'm rolling for Marius Watt to beat Pillion White. You know what I mean? And that's how I'm rolling. I don't care what you say. Much love to each and every one of y'all for rocking with the homie. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. You got to go to work tomorrow, right? So look here, you're going to go to work tomorrow and the boss is going to say, look, we understand it's the holidays, sir or ma'am, but yet we need to have you on work on time. It's no way you should be walking into this job an hour and a half late. Well, this is what you tell that boss. You tell that boss, I woke up late and what? I woke up late and the reason that I'm late is because I had to stop past McDonald's and get me a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, whole biscuit meal. You know what I'm saying? Then after I left there, I had to go pick up my dry cleaners and then I came to work. I come when I want to come because I make this motherfucker move. Without me, there is no job. There is no building. There is no company. You make no profits. And you remember that, Mr. Supervisor. Now give me the keys to the company car. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay stressed and sucker free out there. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. And I will see y'all Saturday. To the next video. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with the homie tonight. To the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Made Man Boxing Forum. And most importantly, Instagram, Made Man. Rock with the homie. Salute to each and every one of y'all. And until the next one, peace out.